Hey guys, so this is part 3. Thanks for tagging along. If you're new here to start, it might help. I've linked the parts below, 1 and 2, so that you can catch up to speed with the rest of us on some of the stuff we'll be talking about, the context of this deeper conversation. As nice as it would be to be like Enya and be on an island in a castle with 21 cats, or at least that's the way that I see her. As nice as that sounds at times, the self is something that we can only truly discover when we're in relation to something or someone outside of ourselves. That can be other people, the world, whatever it is, just something bigger than you. The hermit in the cave was never the model, but I understand the work that it takes to be the human being in honest relationship with other human beings. It can be so isolating. There's a reason that humans across time, across cultures, that they've gathered around a fire. Not just the obvious to stay warm or to cook, but they also gathered there for each other, to share stories and to make sense of things and to witness each other's pain. They did it to express more by their presence, to say, I see you, I see what's happening, and you're not alone. Right now, we're living in a world, on a planet that was engineered with the most extraordinary level of connectivity. And we're lonelier than we ever have been. And that's because connection, it's not the same as presence. Followers aren't always friends, and engagement isn't the same as being known. In a time of great geopolitical uncertainty, at a time when the old structures that we've relied on for our whole lives are crumbling, the most radical, resilient, most genuinely human thing that you can do is to find your people. The ones who don't mind that you're still growing, still learning. The ones who don't need you to make a reservation or require you to have it all together before they'll sit with you. The ones who make you feel more like yourself and not as a means to an end. This isn't meant to be soft advice. Human beings survive the unsurvivable, not alone but together. When they gather, when they're around something warm, something shared. So what does it look like to start? Well, I think for me, it looks like honesty. It's courage, the kind that's costs something vulnerable in exchange. It's a willingness to admit, even if you have to do it by yourself, silently at first. I've been living in a way, or thinking in a way, behaving, talking, whatever it is for you, that's not in alignment with what I actually feel. And then not fixing it immediately. Just letting it be true for a moment and sitting with it. The other truth, a different point of view. Because I'll tell you right now, the urge that you're going to feel to immediately act, to run, and the internal pressure that you're going to have to escape into motion, to stop the discomfort in your amygdala, that urge is ancient and strong. It's the instinct that helped keep our ancestors alive. But still, it's important to keep in mind that not every signal is a threat to be fled. Your nervous system, your body, while it might be trying to show you something, it's important to keep in mind that if you run before you've seen it, there's a strong chance that you're going to be seeing that again. Surprised why you're in the same spot, unsure why nothing's changed, and why you've got to go through this all again. Alan Watts is one of my favorite talkers to listen to. He worked hard to explain how the harder we chase something, the further it seems to recede. There's kind of an intelligence available to us when we stop treating our lives like a problem and more like a grassy bankside of a river, some structure that's meant to be moved with. not destroyed and redirected for profit or convenience, but moved with. You don't have to know what the map looks like, and the river runs in both directions. You just have to take the next first step, whether that's doing the dishes or walking the dog. Maybe it's that final email you've got to send. No matter how seemingly small, no matter what it looks like to anybody else, that's what it means to walk your path. Engaging with those tasks and behaviors, that's to take an active role in walking your path. Even when, and especially when you can't quite see where that's going yet. So if you've gotten this far into this video, into this series, perhaps you're noticing yourself there too, in the middle of a shift. Maybe yours is happening. The comfortable version of your life, it stopped feeling okay, and the river runs. Or maybe it was a while ago, and you're only now finding some new language, some new words to describe it. For me, it was a little bit of both. Like a lifelong erosion, and then a sudden, I can't unsee it sort of clarity. It was losing something that I built over years, but had known since my childhood. Not just a career, but an identity. A real version of myself that I'd learned so early to fit into that I thought it's what I wanted. I thought I should be grateful. I thought it was for a reason, for a purpose, that it was fate. And through my discovery and letting go of all of it, under the loss and the grief and the fear, there was something that I'd found that had been waiting. Something that didn't need the title or the role, not motivated by the approval of any institution. Something younger, something quieter, more genuinely me. It makes me laugh sometimes to think about how much I talk these days compared to when I was a kid. I didn't build more than a Wilson because I have the answers. I created this space because it's a process of playing with my own questions, of making the unconscious conscious, slowly and as imperfectly as it looks and it feels, and it's also the most important work I've ever done. And I think that some of you are somewhere in the middle of that same or similar process. Either way, here we are, hanging out together for as long as you've been watching. And I just want to say that's not nothing. The fact that your mind is capable of comprehending your environment so deeply that you ask these sorts of questions. That's arguably the most interesting, most important thing about you. Your identity isn't what you do for work. It's not who you married or what your history is. It's not what broke you. It's not what you walked away from or who walked away from you. It's this. It's this aliveness, this courage in you that keeps asking, eyes forward, where is my next first step? So trust what you feel. Examine the evidence for what you've been told. Stay close to what is living. And find the people who are asking the same questions. That's enough. It always has been enough. Chin up. And I'll see you in the next one.